guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mia. Today I want to talk to you guys about Unite Me by Tahereh Mafi. This is the novellas that were made for the Shatter Me trilogy. So you have Destroy Me and Fracture Me. Destroy Me is through the perspective of Warner, and it takes place between Shatter Me and Unravel Me, and Fracture Me is through the perspective of Adam, and it takes place at the end of Unravel Me and before the beginning of Ignite Me. So it is basically in between books that the novellas take place. In these two novellas, you get to see the two different personalities and who these two guys are, because of course we have the love triangle. So this is going to help you base your overall opinion of each of these two characters. We also have Juliet's diary, so you get a nice insight into her very disturbed thoughts at the beginning of the story. So it's very helpful also in comparing the changes that she's gone through and how very different her personality is from the beginning of the story to the end of the story. So it's definitely helpful. You do not have to read these novellas in order to read the entire trilogy. You can perfectly read the trilogy and enjoy it and get a full understanding of what the story is about. However, if you read the novellas as well, then you could understand even better the characters, and you would really notice the character development, and you will really be able to comprehend where they come from. So I thought it was a great addition. The writing style is the same as with the books. It's just so easy to read and so easy to get involved into it. It kind of pulls you into the story and you can kind of relate with the characters and you just get involved. There are still some of that scratched off second guessing train of thoughts. However, they're only when talking about Juliet's diary. Mostly in Destroy Me because Warner has Juliet's diary and he is reading through it. Juliet has escaped together with Adam, James, and Kenji, and they have taken cover in Omega Point. The events that took place leading to this happening has Warner very hurt by Juliet's actions and angered by Adam's and Kenji's. He does not know of the existence of James as of yet. He becomes quite obsessed in finding Juliet. He wants to get to know her better, especially as he reads her diaries and he starts to find all the similarities between himself and her. He doesn't want to let her go. At the same time, the Supreme Commander has arrived. He feels that Warner has allowed the entire thing to become a mess and he needs to take things into his own hands and just fix everything. His ideas and his goals for Juliet's future is something that Warner strongly disagrees with. So Warner's main goal is to be able to find Juliet under the radar and protect her, as well as find Adam and Kenji and kill them both. You really get to know Warner, you get to know where he comes from, you get to see the human part of him, you get to understand why he acted the way he did in the first book, and a lot of things just kind of make sense. Moving on to Fracture Me, that, as I already said, takes place after Unravel Me and is told through the perspective of Adam. Adam gives you a bit more of his personality. Adam has a lot of stress. They're all in Omega Point and they are all trying to find a way to defend themselves or to be able to come out of this war, this inevitable war between the reestablishment and themselves, alive. A lot of things are happening at this point. Adam is trying to understand his gift and he's trying to protect Juliet and James and Kenji. He wants to keep his people, his family, the ones he cares for the most, safe. And he has a few second guesses and a few doubts about the way that the Omega Point is preparing themselves for this war, but he is willing to participate. Here you also get to know more about Adam. You get to see the way that he feels inside, because Adam has always been a very mysterious character. You don't really know much about him. He's just a strong figure, and he wants to be the protector. He is the man in the house. He is the guy with the big pants. However, I personally lost touch with him. I kind of separated myself from him a little bit. I still understood where he came from, and I understood the stress that he was facing and all of the responsibility that he was carrying upon his shoulders. However, I didn't necessarily agree with his temper and with some of the things he thought of. I didn't start to dislike him per se. I just developed different opinions in regards to Adam and his perspective on things. I thought it was a great addition to getting these two boys' perspectives into the story, as well as to understand them better. Because for the most part, the only perspective that we've seen has been Juliet. And keep in mind that Juliet is very much locked up into her own way of thinking and into her own mind, because she's damaged and she thinks of things differently. So I feel that reading these two different perspectives open up things a bit and lets you see an overall picture of the events that were actually taking place, instead of seeing them through just one point of view. I absolutely loved both novellas. In Fracture Me, you have a ton of action, and in Destroy Me, you have a lot of character development. So they're both very much enjoyable in my opinion. I gave this book 5 stars, as I did the rest of the books, because I love the trilogy and the novellas equally. I also enjoy reading Juliet's Diary. We've gotten sneak peeks here and there. There's a lot of sneak peeks in Shatter Me, and you get most of them also in Destroy Me, but it was nice to read her diary. I was able to really see how much she's grown and how much she's developed. So I do recommend you guys to read it. That is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you very soon in another one. Bye!